Hello students, welcome to MacTab. I'm Ayush and here I am again with you with the next lecture of the series of number system. I hope you have completed all the previous lectures. If not, I advise you to do watch the previous lecture, then come to this one so that you can understand each and every concept very clearly. So without further ado, let's start our next lecture of the series of number system. In this lecture, we will learn about the concept of prime numbers. That means what are prime numbers. Apart from it, we'll also learn about the even and odd numbers. So let's start our class. So what are prime numbers? Let me first write the definition here. Prime numbers. Prime numbers are the numbers having only two factors. That is 1 and the number itself. Okay, so this is the definition of prime numbers. That means this definition says that prime numbers are the numbers having only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself. So as we have learned about the factors, I want you guys to tell me what are the factors of 2. Just tell me what will be the factors of 2. How will we do it? 1 then 2, right? Because a factor cannot be greater than the number itself, so we have only two factors because here we have reached 2, the number itself. So in this case we are having one factor 1 and the other is 2. That means this 2 is the number itself. So will it be a prime number? Let's read the definition again. Prime numbers are the numbers having only two factors. Here we have two factors. Okay, factors. That is 1. Here I have 1 and the number itself. Here other factor is the number itself. So I can say that 2 is a prime number. Now let's come to 3. Tell me the factors of 3. 1 then 2. If I divide 3 by 2, I'll get a remainder of 1. That means 2 is not a factor of 3. Now let's come to 3. So we have only two factors here, this 1 and 3, the number itself. So we can say that 3 is also a prime number, right? 3 is also a prime number. Okay, now let's come to 4. What will be the factors of 4? 1 then 2 then 3. If I divide 4 by 3, I'll get a remainder of 1. So 3 will not be a factor. Then 4 itself. Now this 4 is having three factors, right? Three factors. That means it is not a prime number because prime number are the numbers having only two factors. So it is having three factor. It is not a prime number. So what is it? It is a composite number. Composite number. Okay. So the number having more than two factors will be called composite number. I am writing its definition on the next page. Wait a second. Yeah. Composite numbers. Numbers having more than two factors, okay, will be called as composite numbers. Composite numbers. Got it? That means if factors are 2, factors 2, that means prime numbers. Prime numbers. Factors more than 2 composite numbers. Composite numbers. Got it? Now tell me the factors of 1. What are the factors of 1? The factor of 1 will be 1 only, because every number will have at least two factors. What are those two factors? That is 1 and the number itself. In this case, the number itself is also 1. So we can say that 1 has only one factor, that is 1 only. So is it a prime number? Prime number or a composite number? Composite number. In which category will you place this one? The definition of prime number says that factors should be 2, and the definition of composite numbers says that factors should be more than 2. But here we have only one factor. One factor. So in which category will you put this? One is prime number or a composite number. Now make this as a note, okay, in your notebook. Note. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Okay, so 1 is the exception here. Every number, no matter how big it is, will be either a prime number or a composite number. But 1 is the only number which is neither prime and nor composite. Got my point? That is, every number will have at least two factor. Either it will have two factor or more than two factor. If the number is having two factors, then it will be called as prime number. And if the number is having more than two factor, it will be called as composite number. But 1 is having only one factor. So we will not place it in any category, and it is an exception. 1 is an exception. 1 is neither prime and nor composite. Okay, remember this point. 1 is neither prime and nor composite. Now I hope you have learned the definition, because definition is nothing but this thing, that if a number is having two factors, it is prime. If a number is having two factors, it is prime. If a number is having more than two factors, it is composite number. 1 is having only one factor, that is 1. So it is neither prime and nor composite. I hope you got this. Now come to this one. Here I want you to tell me what are the factors of 1. The factors of 1 will be 1 only, as we have learned now only in the previous slide. So the factors will be 1. What will be the factors of 2? 1, 1 and 2, right? Because we have only two factors of 2. Now what will be the factors of 3? 1. Then will 2 be the factor of 3? No. Why? Because if I divide 3 by 2, I'll get a remainder 1. So if we are getting remainder and the number is not exactly divisible, then we can say that this number is not a factor. So 2 is not a factor of 3, because by dividing 3 by 2, we are getting a remainder 1, so 2 will not be a factor. Then 3, that is the number itself. 3 will divide 3 exactly. Then come to 4, 1, 2. What about 3? Will 3 be a factor of 4? No, because it will leave a remainder 1. What about 2? 2 into 2 is 4. That means it will not leave any remainder. Then after 3 will come to 4. 4 will divide 4 exactly because it is the number itself. Now come to 5. 1. If I divide 5 if I divide 5 by 2, I'll get a remainder 1. Then if I divide it by 3, still I'll get a remainder 2. What if I divide it by 4? Still I'll get a remainder of 1. That means 2, 3, 4 will not be the factors of 5. Okay. So the next digit is 5. That is the number itself. So 5 will be a factor. Now come to this 1. 1 will be the factor of 6, right? Then 2. 2 into 3 is 6. So 2 is also a factor. Because if I divide 2, if I divide 6 with 2, what will I get? I'll get 0 remainder because 2 into 3 is 6. Then 3. 3 into 2 is again 6. So 3 is also a factor. Then what about 4? If I divide 6 with 4, I'll get a remainder of 2. So 4 is not a factor. Now come to 5. 6 divided by 5, again 1 remainder. Then next is 6. 6 will be the factor of 6 because it is the number itself. Now come to 7. 7 is 1. And will 7 be divided by 2? No, because 2 into 3 is 6 and still we have a remainder of 1. In same with 3. 3 into 2 is 6 and still 1 remainder. Then 4, again 3 remainder. Then 5, if I divide 7 with 5, I'll get a remainder of 2 because 5 into 1, 5 and this 2 here, remainder. Then 6 into 1 is 6, still 1 remainder. Then 7. 7 will divide the number. We will not check further because we have reached the number itself and factor cannot be larger than the number itself. Now come to 8. 1 will be the factor of 8, right? Then 2 into 4 is 8. So 2 is also a factor. Then 3. If I divide 8 with 3, I'll get a remainder of 2 because 3 into 2 is 6 and 2 extra for 8. Right? So 3 is not a factor. Now come to 4. 4 into 2 is 8. So 4 will be a factor. Now 5. 5 into 1, 5. Again 3 remainder. Now come to 6. 6 into 1, 6. 2 left. Again remainder. Then 7 will also leave a remainder. Now we'll directly write 8. Got it? Now come to 9. 1. Then 2, 2 will leave a remainder 1. If I divide 9 with 2, it will leave a remainder of 1. So 2 is not a factor. Then 3. 3 into 3 is 9. Then 4. 4 into 2 is 8 and 1 remainder. Because this 9 divided by 4. 4 into 2 is 8, 1 remainder. Got it? So it is not a factor. Then 5. 5 will again leave a remainder of 4. Then 6 will leave a remainder of 3. Then 7 will leave a remainder of 2. 8 will leave a remainder of 1. So we'll directly write 9 here. Now come to 10. 1 will be a factor of 10. Then 2. 2 into 5 is 10. Then 3. 3 into 3 is 9. 1 remainder. That means 3 is not a factor. 4 into 2. 4 into 2 is 8. Again 2 remainder. Now come to 5. 5 into 2, 10. So 5 will be a factor. Then after 5, only 10 will come because 6, 7, 8, 9 cannot divide 10 exactly. Got it? Only 5 can divide it. And then 10. That means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 5 will divide 10 exactly. 5 into 2 is 10. All other numbers will leave a remainder. That means we'll take 5 and then 10. Now come to 11. 1, and if I divide this 11 with 2, it will leave a remainder of 1. 3 will leave a remainder of 2 because 3 into 2 is 9. Then 4. 4 into 2 is 8. Remainder 3 left. So it is not a factor. So only 11 will come. No other number can divide this 11. Only 1 and 11 can divide. So these are the factors of these numbers. Now tell me, how many factors of 1? 1 only. How many factors of 2? 2. How many factors of 3? 2 again. How many factors of 4? 3. How many factors of 5? 1 and 5, 2. How many factors of 6? 1, 2, 3 and 6, that is 4. Then 7, 2 only, 1 and 7. Then 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 factors. Then 9, 3 factors. Then 10, 1, 2, 5 and 10, 4 factors. Then 11, 2 factors. Now can you tell me which number is prime and which is composite? Start with 1. The definition of prime number is a number having two factors. So is it prime? No, because it is having only one factor. And what is the definition of composite numbers? The definition of composite numbers is the number having more than two factors. So it is neither prime nor composite. So we'll leave it. I'll write it here. Neither prime nor composite. Okay, one is neither prime nor composite. Now come to 2. Number of factors are 2. And what is the definition of prime number? The number having two factors only. So it is a prime number, right? Because it is having only two factors. Now come to 3. 3 is also having only two factors. So 3 is also a prime number because both 2 and 3 have a factor 1 and the other factor is the number itself. In case of 2, it is 1 and the number itself, that is 2. In case of 3, it is 1 and the number itself, that is 3. Now this is the number of factors of 4 is 3. So if a number having more than two factors, it will be called composite number. Composite number. Got it? Now again, number of factors are 2. So prime number. Prime number. Then number of factors are 4. So it is composite. That means this 6 is a composite number. If you want, I can write it here. It is neither prime nor composite. It is prime because it is having number of factors 2. Then this 3 will be also a prime number because it is having a number of factors is 2 only. It is having only 2 factors. Then 4 has 3 factors. So it is a composite number. Composite, right? Then this 5 is having only 2 factors. So it is a prime number. Then 6 is having 4 factors. So it is composite. Composite. Then 7, again 2 factors. So it is prime number. 4. This 8 is having 4 number of factors. So it is composite. Now come to 9. 9 is having 3 factors. So again composite. Then come to 10. 10 is having 4 factors. So it is again composite. Then come to 11. It is having only 2 factors. So it is prime. So I can say that this 2 is a prime number. Then 3 is also a prime number because it is having only 2 factors. So 3 is also a prime number. Then 5. 5 is having two factors. So 5 is also a prime number. Then come to 7. 7 is also a prime number. then come to 11, because all this 8 is having 4 factors, 9 is having 3, and then 10 is having again 4 factors. So this 11 is again having 2 factors. So in this table I can say that only 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11 are prime numbers. Prime numbers. I want you guys to learn these numbers, these 5 numbers. That is 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11 are prime numbers. By the next class, I expect that you guys would learn these numbers. Okay, so this just learn these numbers, these 5 numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11 are prime numbers. And also remember this thing. Let me draw it with different pen so it won't confuse you. It is something different, right? It is neither prime nor composite. And you must know the reason behind it. Why it is neither prime nor composite? Because it is having only one factor. Got it? So this is what I expect you to learn before your next class. Okay? So I think that's enough for today. I want you guys to absorb this, what I have taught you. And I think it would be better if I cover the even and odd numbers in the next lecture so that it won't confuse you. Till then, you just revise this class and just absorb what I have taught you. In the next class, I'll cover even and odd numbers. Okay? So till then, bye bye, take care and study hard.